We are starting a little early tonight. And look at this. We've got ourselves a guest. Who are you, man?
I'm Brandon Blanks. I am a local comic book artist,
Writer.
yeah, and a semi-paranormal investigator.
With us.
Soul Seekers.
That's it. We are happy to have you, my friend.
Yeah, I'm happy to be here, buddy.
Thanks a lot for coming aboard. We've got
Hey, baby.
a lot to talk about tonight. Hey, Bailey. Bailey's on. What's going on? Got Mr. Brandon Blanks in the house with the co-host.
Elky's in there.
Mr. Snyder with
Hey.
us. Elky's signed on. So let's get right on into some things. This is Mr. Brandon Blanks. He, for those who missed out on who he is and what's going on with him, Brandon and I have been we both know Brandon for a while. He is on our paranormal investigating team. He is also, like you said, a local artist. He's great, talented. Very talented artist and a writer. And we're just happy that he's on board with us and has had some of his own paranormal and alien experiences over the past many years in the Wilmington area, greater Wilmington area.
Yeah.
So we're going to be discussing some stuff with him a little later on in the broadcast. I'm going to scroll down here.
Scrolling down.
Oh gosh, we got all kinds of. Hello, Angela. Hello, Grayson. Hey guys, sorry, we got a guest tonight. I guess y'all all heard that. I hope so. Lots to talk about.
Well, hey, Elky. Hey, Grayson.
Angela's with us. How are you? Angela's one of our investigators too in our Jacksonville area, So
I've met her yet.
yeah, she's awesome.
Hi, awesome.
So let's this is episode 6 for the video blog series, Cape for Soul Seeker series. Episode 3 for the podcast. So we are also recording for the podcast tonight.
Okay.
Let's see. Bailey says something, I can't read it. Me and Mom and Cindy are watching. Hello everybody. What's going on?
Yeah, hey, everybody.
Michael, how you doing? So we got about an hour. We got so much to talk about.
Okay.
So we're gonna get right on into it. We appreciate everybody logging on so fast. We decided to get on a little earlier this evening since we had a guest and just too much to talk about in an hour and 20 minutes or so. So we're gonna get right to it.
Got my cellar phone turned down. It's bothering me.
Okay, so hey Susie, how are you?
Hi, Susan.
I know what's going on with all of what Todd and everybody, and hoping for a speedy recovery on that. Heartfelt speedy recovery for you, my friend. A friend of ours had an head injury.
I relate.
Yeah, we all can. Well, at least we can. I don't know.
Yeah.
So getting right into things. I'm trying to keep up with everybody's comments. Okay, so let's get right to it. Storming Area 51. Big. We talk about this every week. It's always an opener for us. Thank you. You're welcome, Susie. Absolutely. Todd and I go way back. So, anyway, what are we going to talk about when? I mean, it's over now. We have to find something else to start. As a starting segment. Well, yeah. So apparently,
I haven't kept up with it in about a week or so.
Yeah. So apparently, Storming Area 51 is done. Wow. Maddie Roberts canceled it.
That sucks. That's going to kill about 20% of my memes.
Let me tell y'all, this guy right here is the king of memes, in my opinion. Y'all check out his page.
I'm demented.
It's hilarious. But yeah, so you can go to my page and there's a link
Okay.
Scroll down some. It's on there. It's officially been canceled.
That sucks.
Well, here's why this.
I was looking for the bloodshed. I was looking forward to that.
Well, here, okay. So here's what else happened too. Apparently, 2 YouTubers, like they were known YouTubers, trespassed after they canceled the gig.
Oh wow!
And got arrested.
Well, that's what happens when you storm a military base.
So here's my thoughts for you and Jeff, anybody listening. Okay, so we'll throw this out there. My thoughts is this going to be so far 2 YouTubers have gotten arrested. Do you think this is going to end up being a thing? Or is this a one-time?
I think it's over with.
You don't think, Jeff, what do you think? Do you think there are going to be more YouTube, not just YouTubers, just people?
Just people in general doing that?
Yeah.
Well, I did that. I did my bed off with the water boy that one time, and I just hope that they ain't that stupid. But you never know.
Well, they just arrested 2.
They just arrested
and
2.
of course their comments were, we didn't know.
Oh, hell.
Wow.
Yeah.
They didn't know.
Yeah,
They come from, where was it? France? That's where the coneheads come from? France? We come from France?
Coneheads.
Shit.
You're going way back
with
with that one.
On. Hell, oh.
That's crazy.
All right, so people watching,
Going on.
you're welcome to chime in on this. I believe.
Why were they there if they didn't know what was going on?
Exactly.
They were Naruto runners.
I believe, Brandon believes that's it. They're not going to be any more coming on the base.
No.
Let's
It's
go.
going to be it. I mean, I applaud their enthusiasm, but realistically,
It shouldn't be a thing.
that was a bloodshed waiting to happen. But you know what? I mean, maybe they should have. That way, they could have spurred. Like, okay, well, y'all wouldn't have killed them if there was nothing to hide.
Well, yeah. See,
So,
so my thing is, I think this is the beginning of a trend for at least a little while until something possibly bad happens to maybe somebody who trespasses.
it may trigger
Some
need
copycats.
for more. Not only that, but it may actually spur disclosure in small doses. To keep people from
wanting to come out.
wanting to come out there. They might actually say, you know what? Let's just sprinkle a little breadcrumbs that will satisfy them. I mean, like for example, they denied the stealth bomber for 20-some years until they leaked it out by dropping little breadcrumbs.
Well, that's just like I believe NASA's dropping breadcrumbs by saying and publicly admitting that they have released. They've released. What am I wanting to say? Classified information and video of stuff that they don't know what it is, but they're saying we can't confirm nor deny.
This is true. This is true.
And you mentioned breadcrumbs. That to me is NASA throwing out breadcrumbs for us. You know what I mean?
And there is that public forum where people can aspiring astrologers can look at the Google Maps or was it Google Space where they can help find abnormalities and all that.
Right.
Which is that right there allowing the public to have
Anomalies.
that. Yeah, having the public having that access to do that.
Breadcrumbs.
That's breadcrumbs.
I like the term breadcrumb. I mean, and it's amazing.
If they do submit something, guess what?
Yeah.
Guess what?
Yeah.
Somebody else gets to control their information.
Exactly.
Well, or those people
Or
will
they'll come to their
mysteriously
house and burn their
disappear.
computer.
It gets blacked out on that with a marker.
Nice your
All right,
butt
that's
banging
done,
up
that's
that.
done.
So, hey, Stephen, I didn't see you there, but man, appreciate you coming in and saying hey or stopping by. Pam, how are you? We are an all things paranormal video blog. We talk about all kinds of interesting topics and a video podcast or a podcast series as well at Cape Fear Soul Seekers SoundCloud. So anyone's welcome to chime in on this particular topic. At this point in time, we're talking about, Matty Roberts decided to pull the plug on storming Area 51. I'm not sure. I don't know how to feel about that. I'm kind of on the fence. I kind of wanted to see it happen, man. I'm a little disappointed. I wanted to see freaking something happen.
Yeah, I did too.
You wanted more attacks in Texas.
I don't
I
care
would
if it
rather-
was an event or the raid. I just now I'm just like, what do I?
I meant Nevada. I don't want to say Texas.
It's like going to a burger joint and getting a damn salad.
Yes. Well, wait, I did that.
Yeah,
I did that tonight.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
That was a nice salad.
that was a good salad. But yes, it's so I don't know. I mean, y'all, we've been following this, so it's I'm kind of heartbroken a little bit over it. I know. I'm a little. I mean, I don't want nobody to get hurt, really. I just wanted something to happen.
I wanted to eat critters, but I'd like to see it.
He wanted to see some carnage.
I did. In fact, I encouraged the copycats to copycat.
Oh man!
I just want to see what the critters look like. I want to see it. They show you all these movies, and some of them are like 300 feet tall. But
look, my thing is this. I feel like
if they were all like little ETs, that would be so disappointing. Like, ugh, like a saggy ball sack.
I mean, what if it was something we didn't want to see to begin with?
That's right.
Yeah, that would have been like a letdown.
My imagination is very fast, so I don't think I'd be let down.
All right. So my thing is this: I feel like he's missing out.
Yeah.
And a lot of people.
All of us
but like I mean, I know I'm backtracking a little bit, but I seriously feel like that it could have been
spectacular,
something really phenomenal for paranormal and alien enthusiasts and paranormal enthusiasts alike. If he'd have done it right, he could have turned it into some sort of really cool conference or like a Paracon.
Yeah, I agree.
Like I'll put on an epic level. You know what I mean? Like really.
Look how many people were so in on it. It was over
thousands,
600,000. I remember
thousands.
Before I kind of like quit following it.
Right.
I remember seeing it say like they had like 600,000 followers. I think it was like what, up to past 1 million.
It was way past 1 million.
Yeah.
But real numbers, there was thousands of hotel rooms booked for this.
Yeah, I remember hearing that. Yeah.
So he could have.
But them people ain't happy now.
No.
I actually had a friend bring me back. I think his wife went to. So she brought me back a postcard from the little alien and a rock right outside. I guess I'm like, oh well. I said, don't put the rock on my dresser, but it's not going to be irradiated, is it? I'm not going to wake up and
have gills and
mutated.
I know. I mean, ring claws. I said, hey, that's one thing, but
hey Jay, how you doing, man? We're just kind of getting ready to finish wrapping up a little segment on Area 51, storming Area 51, big canceled. I'm sad, y'all. I'm probably gonna lose sleep.
I see the tears. Was that
I'm sad. Probably both. I'm gonna probably lose sleep over this.
Yeah, make a man want to drink.
I mean, really, I'm just like I can't. I don't get it. I don't.
Think about this. Can you imagine the carnage if they all got vaporized and then go back and do like a ghost hunt? Imagine that.
Wow.
Oh,
so that's two lost opportunities.
Yeah.
Massive carnage, mayhem, and
ghost
hunt.
Yeah. And then we would have ended up staying out there longer.
It could be two cons: ghost con and dead con.
Instead of just sending back pictures like we was going to do, it would be Haley.
Yeah.
Awesome, my baby.
What's going on? We got some.
What y'all doing?
So we do talk about all kinds of stuff. So y'all stick around. It'll get a little bit more in depth. But we like to start off a little light.
The only one I haven't seen on there so far tonight's Pootie Head. I don't know where she's at.
Sid.
Yeah.
So username pops up as Pootie Head?
Nope. No. Haley, that's Possum.
Okay.
Bailey's Booby. And Sydney's Pootie Head.
There we go.
That would be what?
Hey, Jay Reese, what's going on, brother? Kent West watching. So that would be awesome.
Yes.
Bailey says.
Yeah.
So it's just another thing I got to think about is now I got to rewrite the whole freaking show blog.
Yeah, you can have a free drink.
Yeah, y'all drink. I said show.
Brown party liquor or seafood party liquor. Don't make no double.
I got to rewrite the whole intro to the video blog now because Storming Area 51's over. That was like the thing that really started off our whole.
But you know what? He's going to come up with that shit at Christmas or New Year's or something. Just to
he could. I mean, hey, look, man.
He could do it at Halloween, like trick or treat or something.
I would think though.
Trick or treat.
Trick or treat in basic alien costumes.
Yes, sir.
How'd you get out?
There'd be a tentacle come through the door and grab him and commence to munching and stuff.
Patient 42 got out.
Here's the thing: if he's going to he should do something like right now while he's still got the nation's attention. You feel me?
Yeah.
I mean, if he
You know,
waits
he
6
said-
months, people will be like, "Who the heck's this Matty Roberts guy?" I don't remember who.
Just changed brands of toilet paper by now.
I mean, you know, our memory, short-term memory nowadays is. Who are you?
Exactly.
What are we doing?
Exactly.
You know, it's just he should do something
If
like.
he's smart, he'd probably get some endorsement deals out of this, like selling T-shirts.
We talked about
There
that.
are
like that.
T-shirts. There's
Yes,
Come on,
sir.
he
That's
should-
what
he
we
should
thought
have.
he was
That way
doing,
he'll
just a
stay in-
publicity stunt.
That he would
Yeah,
stay
do
in
that.
the public light.
Well, you can buy Area 51 T-shirts.
Yeah, but is it his though?
I don't
That's
know.
what I'm saying. If he was
Yeah.
smart, he would have really marketed it.
I'm sure
Well,
he
that's-
could go with him.
Like people never forget Bob Lazar's name because he was all over.
I think this thing happened for him so fast.
He lost himself.
He lost
He
control.
just completely flipped.
Dude,
Couldn't
Yeah.
contain it.
I would be on Amazon making T-shirts, selling mugs,
Gotta put
pins.
that shit in the jar, boy.
But
and then
you know,
can sell it.
we're a little more seasoned. We know.
To capitalize on it.
Yeah.
And he missed out. I'm like, dude, porn
Hey,
beat
you
you
know
to
what?
it.
That would be something I would say.
That
Alien.
was another one. Beat
What
you
would you
to it.
call
Yeah,
alien
I get
porn?
it.
I did that.
He just
What would you call alien porn anyway? If one of them boogers was to grab one of them fellers and commence to going at it with him, what the hell would you call it?
Area 69.
Oh, God.
Oh, yes.
all right. We're moving on.
I tell you. Hello.
That's enough of that.
Hey.
Write yourself.
All right.
Yeah,
Speaking of
69.
Area 51, you can't take these guys anywhere.
Hey, like a character.
Look, so
That's the deal, man.
we talk about all things paranormal. So we're gonna go. We're
And then some.
we're gonna skip into the next segment I've been wanting to discuss with Mr. Snyder and Mr. Blake. Some we can tie in some other experiences you've had
Okay.
with this topic. So I'd like to discuss. Hang on, let me scroll down see if we're missing anything. Bailey says, "Oh my God." Yeah, that was a rare sidetrack there. Sorry about that,
Sorry
y'all.
about that.
I'm not sorry at all.
This is a PG-7. We are PG-17, I guess.
17.
So,
I thought I was 29.
some people. So, I am a believer in the Roswell crash. I believe it happened. There are thousands, maybe millions, that believe it did not happen. I want to get you all's opinion on this.
Okay.
And people ask me, well, what's this guy's? Brandon is going to share a couple of stories here in just a minute. He's had some. He lives out in it's okay, but
The boonies.
yeah, he lives out in Delco area, and he's had some very interesting personal UFO experiences, right?
Yeah.
And even cryptoidal or reptile. How do you?
Reptilian.
Yeah, no, but definitely UFO.
No cryptic experiences.
UFO and supernatural.
So let's go back.
Okay.
I had to think of the correct term. I didn't want
I
to
got
say
you.
something.
No.
Sure. Well, just hold that thought.
Yeah.
So, my thoughts is, I've talked about this with some other people over the years, and Jeff has a little, an even more interesting opinion on it than I do. I'd like to get his thoughts on it. I feel like, and this is just me, I feel like Roswell was the start of what is to some known as like an alien invasion. I feel like that was the real that put basically the Earth on the map for other intelligent life. And now I've talked to other people that are like-minded in that sense, and they feel that's where now aliens live among us in all shapes, forms, and since the Roswell.
And literal atmospheres, because water's it's at every depth. It's
Absolutely, not just humanoid.
Yeah, they're everywhere.
Right. So let's go, Jeff, first. I just want your talk. What we talked about earlier. You said that something about Roswell wasn't the. You thought it was earlier than that. So can you go into depth on that?
I think it was earlier than that.
Explain that for me, if you would.
I've talked to my girls about this quite a few times, and if you'll look at pictures of the human race, not of the animals that we have, or the critters in the sea that have no absolute background or DNA whatsoever attached to this earth. But if you look at pictures of people in the past, you'll see things that are occurring in a 10-year or 20-year time span, and then it goes another 10 years, and they look a little different, and they look a little different, and they look a little different. If you look at 1940s and 1950s, 1930s and 1950s movies, you'll see people with wavy hair. You'll see people that look normal, but it was at the time, they don't look all skinny and pale and like there's something wrong with them like they do now. Nobody today's got wavy hair like they had back then. And it's just little things like that I think they come back and tweak or change or add to or take away. And I think it's been happening long before Roswell.
That's interesting that you say that. And I'll just add to that by saying, and Bailey said that's why I love y'all. We love y'all too, Bailey. And the rest of y'all that are watching. There's been photos of odd photos of people in the 30s talking on cell phones.
Yeah,
or what looks like cell phones.
Looks like a cell phone.
Now, do you think that might be alien in nature, or do you think that might be time travel, or do you think that might be?
Well, I think it could be both. But but my thing is, and I just wanted my girls to know. I was just asking them if they thought I was crazy by noticing things like that. Look at some of the pictures and some of the photos and some of the. Just look at the people.
Right.
Nobody looks like that anymore, and they don't. And the music's completely different. Music changes every day.
It does.
Just like my job in the electrical and electronics field changes every day, not just actually changes more often than that.
Well, just like technology, we've already discussed that.
Yeah.
There's no. I feel
way
like
out of sight from what it was.
I feel like that some of our technology we have has been handed to us from
Like
aliens.
People that said that
Here.
technology is like anything the government has is at least a good 20, 30 years ahead of what we see now. So that being said, if you really look back at TV, like you're saying, imagine Star Trek. They were having tricorders, which was nothing much than an iPhone right now.
Yeah.
They were scanning. You can scan someone's heart rate now.
Right.
With the phone. They've had this technology. It's just getting it out to the public. We get the hand-me-downs, which is brand new, amazing, and spectacular for us.
But not to the alien intelligence.
To them, whoever's above handling things.
I kind of feel that way.
Nextel telephones are just like their communicators. They beep.
There's going to be no phones next. It's going to be you look at your hand. You have like a little device.
Yeah, they've already got these little wrist things, devices.
Yeah, I've seen that. Like remember those little things from school that you used to like slap it on your wrist?
Yeah.
Little toys like that?
Yeah.
That's going to be your next phone.
Yeah.
That's
what they got. Yeah, basically. So with that being said, do you, from your experiences, do you feel that the Roswell crash, did it really happen? Do you feel it really happened? Do you feel, are you more leaning towards Jeff that it was not as monumental as I think it was? You think it was, you feel like it was more monumental stuff before that we just didn't catch? Or I say I didn't catch.
I'm a real big believer into the ancient astronaut theory. I think they've been around here forever. I think they're always around, but I don't think they made themselves acknowledged. I think it was probably whenever they dropped the bomb on Japan, that probably made them like, okay, these humans have caught up. They now
it's time to step in.
And I'm not right now. I can't pull the correct date. I'm not sure if Roswell was before that or after that, but I know it was in the 1947 when Roswell happened. Correct.
44 is when they
dropped the bomb. And Roswell was at least 47.
Well, that's an interesting point, too, because Jeff and I talked last week. He mentioned, hey, Steve, Steve's watching. He mentioned that he, in his dealings, in his personal experiences, he feels that aliens are more worried about us destroying ourselves than going after them. What are your thoughts on? I'm just curious on that as well.
I have a lot of vast thoughts, but I'll keep it very limited. I think there probably is a small group division of alien life forms that are worried about us destroying ourselves. What they are, the Greys, the Nordics, reptilians, we can all only imagine which ones they are. I mean, they don't make themselves visibly shown to us, obviously. But I think a small group is watching out for our best interest. But I think there's just as many that don't care about our long-term development as the others do.
Now, so you don't think in more, a little bit more like Jeff, like as far as Roswell is concerned, you think that bigger stuff happened and we're just not aware of it?
That's what I believe. I think Roswell was very public. There was no more way they could really hide that.
Right.
Even though they've tried with weather balloons and other misinformation that they passed out around that time.
Right.
But I think Roswell was too public for them to try to cover up as much as they tried. But I think
and it got out too fast.
It did.
Yeah.
It did.
Yeah.
Because you had the very next day, even though they announced it in the papers back then, it was like the very next day or the day after. Within 48 hours, they were already recanting what they had publicly acknowledged only a day earlier. So it's like,
okay. I mean, I see. I mean, I'm with y'all. I mean, I understand that.
I've been holding out on y'all too. I've got some information I need to let you know right here and right now. I know what caused that UFO to crash in Roswell.
Well, lay it on us, man.
Yep, some bitches was texting while driving, not paying attention. Probably wasn't wearing their seatbelt.
wow.
Oh my goodness!
I was going to say something
Cannot
like
believe he went there.
Well, I
was going to say maybe do a little space tour that got backed up, and then someone was trying to like hit the ringer. The car's clogging.
Oh my god! We all over,
think about
man.
the whole anti-matter gravity and a space turret floating up and getting in their way.
Could you imagine?
And you know what'd be even worse? If it would have happened on the highway guard would have wrote him a ticket for failure to maintain lane control.
That was the first
Explain
iPhone.
that to the damn judge.
That was the first
you?
iPhone. They were texting, and
Man, yeah.
Freezer bastards.
Oh god! What if? Just the irony of all that. What if they were coming to deliver a new technology,
and they was
and
texting,
that was it? And
Hey
they was,
Homer, I'm almost there. Meet me outside. Or they could have been changing the tape in the tape deck or something.
Yeah.
But I'm guessing they was texting.
I would hope they would have something better than the vinyl.
I can't, man. I can't even.
Spaceship.
We got this new thing, and so the boss says, "Don't open that package. Just go to Earth."
Damn son of bitches was
And they
right.
open it, and he started texting and stuff, and playing with
This
the cell
box you
phone. What
want?
is this thing?
Yeah.
Bam! They run into the crash of
There
the
you
Earth.
go.
Oh
Pay
Lord!
attention.
Oh, that's just too
Crazy.
much.
That's fun stuff.
That's just yeah.
Oh, wow.
Somebody needs to write this down.
Why we're live?
That's
You can
true.
always watch it later.
Oh man, that's funny. Whew, sorry. Alrighty, so that's good stuff right there.
Well,
I don't care who you are.
Surprise any longer.
The Roswell crash. So here's what we know.
Everybody cared.
So we got. I believe that the Roswell crash was the thing that started the whole alien invasion that has led to now them living amongst us in many different forms. The other two feel like there's happened way more than that, but just wasn't publicized, and they were here before Roswell, correct?
Yeah, well, it's probably just that's the most out in your face situation that happened.
Right.
Because it is a monumental event. You're right. It's huge, and but I just think there's things that happened before then. I really honestly do believe they dabbled with us.
Yeah. See, there's a
And
thing I like to
changes.
believe in called the gentleman's code. It's where you are given the information. Basically, the government or people high above give out information. They leak it to the public in form of media, of entertainment. Even before Roswell happened, there were already books.
Kind of like
novels.
breadcrumbs,
Yeah,
Yeah.
breadcrumbs again.
but to us,
Yeah.
publicly.
And
Gotcha.
that way, whenever something happens, they can turn around and say, "But we did tell you. It's right here in the media." I mean, like what was it? H.G. Wells had
War of the
War of the
Worlds.
Worlds. That came
Right.
out in 1910s, and I do remember it was one case in Texas that they had a story where a UFO crashed and hit a windmill back in the 1890s, and
Wow.
So this knowledge, this belief of others from space has been around before Roswell.
Okay.
It may not have been very publicized. Like there was a lot of Native American folklore. They believe in star people, star children, and it's all over. If you look at some people will say, "Oh, look at the hieroglyphics and pyramids," or
Well, and I get that. I
So
understand
I think,
that. Sure.
I think stuff's been around for a while.
I just still feel like the Roswell was the
I think the
thing.
difference in,
But each, I'm not.
I agree.
You know,
yeah. I think the
just-
difference is between I guess the mentality of the times. Back then, people saw that as gods.
right.
Yeah.
More current
They
day,
didn't
and I would
know.
say more current day. I'd probably say from like the 1700s till now, people were more. They were becoming more atheists. They were letting go of a lot of held down religious traditions. Like no one in the 1700s really believed in Zeus anymore, or
Right.
nothing like that. But they were being more educated, more scientific as the world got more rounder, more knowledge was discovered, and the belief of these high-powered deities was replaced with maybe the idea of
No,
ET.
I totally get that, man.
Yeah.
And I respect that.
So I believe that
or that, you know.
yeah, I believe it was in small areas, small circuits of groups. But I think Roswell opened up the public to
Right.
this
Yes.
to this. You call it an invasion. I'll call it.
I-
I'll call it. I agree. It was an invasion of new knowledge.
We saw.
for
Hang on a
50
second.
okay.
We saw something the other night was big and lighted up the fields. And, yeah, well, I'd love to come up there, Baylor, but man, it's just way too cold for me.
Well, the other thing she said is there's a lot of cows up there, and that's why they got UFOs up there.
They did, or
Well, that's just easy pickings.
easy pick. Okay, I understand.
Let me run
It's hard
something
to
else
come by
by
a good
you
ribeye.
while we're all talking
Go
about
ahead.
how we're getting introduced to these things.
Yep.
I think that somebody somewhere along the line puts these things in movies for us to see, and you may or may not catch it straight off. But if
That's the
you'll
German
watch,
scope.
see, I'm a firm believer that not everything on this planet is native to this planet.
Yeah, we talked about that last week.
Octopuses
Like
and squids is one of them. And
He
if you-
said cats. Oh my
and cats,
God.
yeah,
He
cats-
said cats aren't from here.
They
He
are
said-
not. Cats are not from
That's
here.
crazy.
Look at their eyes and let them talk to you. They ain't from around here. Anyway,
Mine has a French accent. That's weird.
if you'll watch the new movie, The Day the Earth Stood Still, not the black and white one, but
The
the
one
new
with Keanu Reeves.
Yep,
Yeah.
that one. Watch that movie, and when they get to the part where they describe these, what do they call them? The orbs or not?
It
orbs?
was pretty much Noah's Ark.
Yeah,
Pretty much
they tell that the lady says that they're arcs, they're spheres. That's what they are.
Hold that
There's
thought.
spheres
Steve,
of thoughts.
Steve's got a cool comment. Read.
Eric
No.
Van Daniken.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have
Yeah,
actually. I have
I
several
have
of his
too.
books.
Awesome.
Chariots of the Gods. Zechariah Sitchin's. Unfortunately, I don't have his.
And I've got
I have
Stanton
so many.
Freeman's book.
Yeah, appreciate that comment, Steve. I'll look into that because this guy here, his knowledge, as far as the alien and astrology and whatnot, far surpasses mine, and as well as that guy. That's why I love hanging
What I
around both
wanted
of
to
them.
tell you about those spheres. Now, listen to this. This proves my point, and y'all can do whatever you want to after this because it still gives me the willies. The only vision that they give you in that one sphere is of cephalopods.
Say it again.
The only vision of an animal that are in those spheres that they're calling arcs on that movie is of cephalopods,
Okay.
octopuses, and
Right.
squids.
Oh well, okay.
You don't get to see
Yeah.
you don't see any other animal in there. But I'm telling you, them things ain't from around
So
here.
these are some of the hints that you're talking about.
Yes,
that
sir.
that
Yes,
makes
sir.
sense. That makes sense. Sure, why not? I mean, we talked about
All kinds of crazy stuff.
that would not surprise me in the least.
Nope, it wouldn't
Would not
be either. But
surprise
it's too convenient.
So while we're talking about that, let's get right on into Mr. Blanks. Tell us if you don't mind, I know that's why we're
I
here.
don't mind at all. Yeah. I mean,
Tell us your most wowed. I want to know the one about the military chase.
Okay,
stuff.
okay.
So tell us that. Brent, Mr. Blanks is going to tell us a little experience, personal experience he had. He's had lots, but this is the one that really y'all just gonna have to listen.
All right. Well,
Go ahead, Mr. Blanks.
I really can't reference this one without speaking about my very first experience because it occurred above my house, ironically enough, out in Delco. About back in 2004. No, I just told you a lie.
Hold that thought, real Steve. Steve just said I can feel he reads them, so that's from your knowledge, from just from your knowledge on. That's
Yeah.
all. Steve's a good friend of mine, and he's
Yeah.
a cool guy. So, all right, go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, I said 2004, but
I'm trying to knock the mic down.
Trying to kill
It's kind of tight up in the studio
a
tonight.
little closer.
All right, that's
How's
good.
that? Okay. It was actually around 2000. I was still in high school. Me and my best friend had saw a giant orb outside my house. It wasn't like outside the house. Like
What color was it? I mean, it was
Well, the thing is,
completely spherical.
It was
or-
very spherical, and we were standing outside the yard by the pump house, which was right outside, I guess, the field that's on my property. And I would say it was probably the length of 2 or 3 high school football yards. I own 21 acres, so that gives you a better idea.
I was there. I'm jealous.
But we were talking, and we saw the moon, what we thought was the moon. If you held your hand out like this, it would have probably been like a golf ball size far away, and it was behind the tree line. And we were just talking about everything in high school. Girls, Mortal Kombat. We were big Mortal Kombat enthusiasts.
Normal guy talk.
Normal guy talk. And while we were sitting there talking, we now noticed that the moon, what we thought was the moon, was going down very slowly behind the tree line. We didn't really think about it until my buddy, I ain't gonna say his name because he's no longer an active soldier, but I'm just gonna call him Jay. Not like Men in Black.
Right.
And we watched the.
Ah, crap. We just got disconnected. How in the world we get disconnected on
a wire.
on a wire?
Because I'm talking about UFOs.
That's exactly right.
That's exactly why.
Now, it'll still, so just keep in mind, it's still recording.
Still recording?
So,
Audio?
yeah, so let's just
Continue going.
see what happens.
All right. Well,
Due to wireless due to poor wireless connection,
for a wireless connection.
your
Yeah,
video
I
has
mean,
been paused.
hey,
Consider
Them son of a bitches are watching this.
to
They're monitoring
a
us.
better signal.
All I got
Lord.
to tell you is if
Yeah.
they poke their damn head in the door, put your fingers in your ears because they're getting ready to find out what they didn't come to see.
Uh-oh.
We have to. We'll reconnect.
Reconnect.
Yeah.